Hello everyone, good morning here in Australia. Today I've got some things that I've made to show you. These are gonna be headed off to Norway, all the way to Norway. I'm so excited that I've got this new crafty friend in Norway named Rita, and I will be showing you what I've made for her. I might just start off with the things that I can see on top of the box first. So I really enjoy making embellishments. They just give me so much joy every time I make these. The clustering, the layering, using different textures like glitter cardstock, gold tulle, they just give me so much joy. So these are made, they're all a bit different. Now, as you can see, that little rod there, that's like iridescent coated paper straw. And I just chopped them into quarter, and then I glue gun the edges with the little pom-poms that I found at Daiso here in Australia. And I've used some of the rosettes that I've bought from Crafting for Fun. Creating for Fun. I'll have her information down below. And so I was able to incorporate different shaped rosettes for my clusters, and I think it makes it really interesting. So this rosette down here I just simply made with my scoreboard. This roller skate ephemera piece was put on top, and then behind the rosette I've layered it with some different paper cutouts, and these are like the border strips of the 12 by 12 papers. I don't chuck them out, I use them for my projects, and they add such a beautiful wonderful touch. That's the way I feel. So again, these bottom bits here, these fishtail bits here, they are made with the border strips. So you guys can do that too. Do not chuck away your border strips. They are just so precious, just as precious as your normal paper pad. So this one, I've put the rosette, I've layered the flower on top. This flower I made, how I did it was I bought a big pack of just white flower, white paper flower cutouts. And then I layered it with different tools on top of the white flower, and it gives a different color. And then I just glued on the bling. And these ones are one of the Sizzix dies that I had. I die cut it and then put it in between the petals. So I really like how these ones turned out. This one has a big die cut of a star shape. I used 2 star dies to cut it. I'll show you actually. So I have this decorative die from the Kaiser Craft Company here in Australia, and what I did was I layered, this is what I do. So I put the 2 dies together in using a washi tape. I positioned them well, and then I die cut the shape out, and then you get this big giant star shape with another star shape cut out in the middle. See? And then I just layered some cotton candies behind the star, and then a ticket, and this today was magic sticker on top. Next one, again I used the rosettis that I bought off the Creating for Fun, and these have I've incorporated some cutter parts from one of the Maggie Holmes collection, and also this bingo card I had from a different collection. I fussy cut this gold foil flower from the Sunny Days collection, and I added some sticker on top for this one. I made the yellow lemony crepe paper rosette, and then I glued around the rosette, and I added those snowflake glitters to give it a really pretty iridescent look. And then I backed the whole cluster with this really pretty sparkly tulle. And the one at the top has a macaron ephemera piece at the back. When you're celebrating, you're eating yummy food. That's why the macaron comes in. And then I've added these bling stickers from the Prima Christmas in the Country. And the star die cuts that I did with my glittered cardstock. So I really love the way these look. And then I recently sent out several weeks ago I sent out a mail to Tara at Tara Snail Mail, and I actually made her one of the banner. And I enjoyed making that so much that I decided to make another kind for Rita. So this one, I had these ephemera pieces that was given to me, and it said beautiful, be amazing. So I really wanted to use those, and I thought, well, what goes with the beautiful? And then I decided to cut out the big flower shape. And this is a packaging I saved, and it's a circle shape, so it actually fits nicely for the middle part of the flower, I thought. So I cut out a circle from the flower, and then I inserted this packaging circle bit, and that's how I made the shake of it. And you guys might know now, I really love this LOL girl image, and I had to add her in here because she's so beautiful, and it goes well with the word beautiful. And then I used a glue gun and glued around this pearl bead string to accent the shaker middle part. And then this bow, this pretty bow, comes from Veronica at Buzzin' with V, and she's made me many of these bows, and these bows are so nice to add to my projects. And here I've used some sticker and put Rita on there. I just simply added this green sequins down here, and then I just used this pretty tool trim that I've bought from AliExpress a long time ago, and then I put it on the side because without it just looked a little bit empty, so I did that. And then I stitched the two butterflies together, added these pearl bling stickers on top. You see? I love pretty pearl stuff. And this glittered paper is, I believe, from the Carousel collection. And I just love the swirls and things, and I knew it had to be used for the background paper. So I cut out this flower die and this banner die it's a dies from the Sizzix company, and I made it strong by cutting the shapes again using the packaging materials, and that's how it's so strong. And then I discovered that I really enjoy making embellishments using these paper straw rods. So I cut it, these ones are a bit bigger. So I cut them in half, cut the straw in half, and then I just layered pieces of paper and cut the bottom like that, and then just layered flat pieces on top, and it says enjoy. And this one, I did the same. I ripped some paper, I layered 3 papers, and the middle one has a ripped side to create the interesting look. I added pom-poms on the side. I added a pretty bow with a pom-pom in the middle, and this one says beautiful day, because she's a beautiful person too, so she will have a beautiful day. And then I made another book. I love making these books. It's just, I don't know, it just gives me so much joy. So this one, I believe it's about, I think the front cover and the back cover is 6x6. And I've used these pretty flowers that it was given to me by Patrice. I was hoarding them for a while, and I decided to really use it because when I'm using it, I'm thinking about the person that gave it to me. I'm also showing that person that I absolutely loved it. So here I've added a couple pieces of the Prima flowers she gave me, and this other flowers from another person, and I added the bling on the top. And I had this Maggie Holmes Sunny Days cut-apart sheet, and I just added the tulle and the sequins to make this shake a bit. It's really pretty. And because of the flower, these pale pink flower and the peachy color I was using, I added these sequins in here. So pretty. And Rita actually likes silver and gold. So I've incorporated some silver stars in here as well. And she also loves different shades of green. And I do like green myself as well, because green is a very healing color. And it just gives you a really good peaceful nature feel. So I've incorporated different shades of green throughout this book. So I had this little pom-pom tool. I added to the top here and at the bottom. And then so I'm going to flip it to the next page. I used this pretty glittered spotty dotty mint paper. And then this is an envelope I stuck on top. And when you open it, there's a pretty green emerald bling sticker in there. And this page is just accented with my minty green blings. It says collect beautiful moments. Next page, I'm sharing with her some clips that I've got in different shades of green. And this is a pretty envelope that was given to me by Michelle. She has generously given me many, and I believe she's done that so I can share with other crafters as well. This page, I really kept it simple, but I accented with this darling glittered foam sticker that I got from an online shop, and the butterfly. For me, butterfly always represents beauty, so the whole project is, I think I was giving myself a theme of beautiful life. So I added this butterfly here, and the word darling goes with you are a peach. Next page, this is an envelope. I just decorated the envelope, but I cut off the top so it doesn't have that flap. I just wanted a different look. And in here, what I've given her is some frames, but one of the frames I just added these, I layered a couple of the ephemera pieces that I have to decorate this gold frame. So she can use these frames for her future swaps or future projects to make shakers or whatever she wants to do with it. This page, I kept it simple, just added a project life card. So all I've done is added double-sided tape down here and down this and up this way, so to create this tuck spot. And so then I've included some hearts in here. Next page, I created another tuck spot. I love making tuck spots. It just makes the page so interesting and more interactive. And here, so what I've done is I've just die cut a whole lot of different size stars and bows and put them in the packaging and put it in here. I used this crepe paper, stitch crepe paper that was given to me by Michelle. I added this pink strip on top and I stitched along it and then added this flower I made. This page here is a shaker envelope. I gave it a go, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do this again because I found this a bit difficult. Because I think it was a little bit more difficult for me because of the shape of this triangle. That's what I'm thinking, but I'm not sure. But it did work out in the end, but I didn't think it was that wonderful. So I added some green shades of sequins because she loves green. And you know, yellow goes so nicely with the green. It complements it so well. And inside I've given her some more embellishments that I've made. And it says, the best day, love. And I added these little pom-poms on inside the packaging to make it look nice. And also so she can use it for her future projects. So this was, again, just the envelope, punched envelope, decorated with different paper. And I love layering different pattern paper by giving that ripped look. I think it looks really nice. This page, I really thought that it was a bit empty at the beginning, but I realized sometimes less is better. So all I've done is just add this really pretty trim that was given to me by Letty. I love this lime green color. And I just added another birdie because there was only one birdie on the page and I didn't want this birdie to be lonely, so I gave him or her a friend. That's what I did. Next page, I've used more of the Prima flowers down here. I absolutely love these colors, and I use these colors because of the bow color on this deer. These are the Project Life cards that I just layered together, and I added these two flowers at the bottom of the corner to make this deer more pretty. And this page these are the cut apart images from the Maggie Holmes Bloom collection. And I love that cut apart page particularly because it has all these different words on it. This is M for make, B for believe. So for me, I was trying to tell her, make believe. Believe that your life is beautiful. Believe that your life is wonderful. So I've included that camera there and these pretty glittery gold hearts. And I just glued the pretty minty trim at the bottom. And then the next page says connect with family. When you connect with family, you're creating beautiful moment, beautiful life. You're celebrating family, being together with family. You're having a delightful moment. You're thinking happy. And so happy also connects me to pretty flowers. And I've added these gold bits here to accent it. And this is my last page. I've included the paper clip that I made, very simple one. And here, another tuck spot, and there's all these glue gun bits of strings I have to get rid of. And then for here, I just glue gunned the sequin string I had, and I just stuck a word lovely. And I really loved the way this book turned out. Next, so this one is not something I made. I'm just sharing her with some of these pretty loopy yarn I bought from Spotlight in Australia. And Rita, because she's in Norway, she has actually told me that she doesn't have good access to Maggie Holmes paper, and she loves them. So what I've done is I have 3 12 by 12 Maggie Holmes paper pads. So what I did was I cut 6 by 8, because you know how you can buy 6 by 8 paper pads. So I cut my 12 by 12 down to 6 by 8, and I'm just sharing her the papers and some ephemera pieces. And this is a simple packaging that I did because Rita loves gold and silver. So I've incorporated the silver snowflake that Stephanie has given to me kindly. And remember the bow stamp that I got from Shannon? I stamped out a whole heap of the bows and I fussy cut them. I absolutely love this bow image, and all I've done is just layered with several doilies and a piece of paper to make this bag topper. And so she can take it out and use everything again. So, and this pretty peg was given to me by kind and lovely Poochie. Her real name is Annette, but she likes she likes everybody to call her Poochie. And I love her real name too, Annette. Sounds so beautiful. Giving her some pen. Sharing some more of the Rossetti so she can decorate herself. But I love how I put on the clear plastic bag, I had a strip that said, "A moment lasts all of a second, but the memory lives on forever." So I just used a double-sided tape and stuck that on there. Sharing some butterflies. I made these flowers. Now these create flowers. I saw a tutorial, it was Vintage Goose. She inspired me to try making flowers with these crepe paper. So I gave it a go and they turned out really nice. And these are the flowers that I made using different blings, adding the tools behind the white florals that I bought. And I'm sharing her some Maggie Holmes Project Life cards in here. This one, this pretty rose, I made myself. It wasn't actually that hard. All I had to do was just twirl around the tulle ribbon that I have. So for example, it was this type of ribbon, and all I did was I just held it like this and I kept going around it. But as I was going around it, I had to use glue gun. So what I would do is I did that, hold it, do that, hold it, and then I would put some glue there, and then I would go around the whole rose that's forming, and then I would glue a little bit down there and keep on going. That's what I did. So it's pretty simple. So if you guys have this sort of frame, you can do that too. So that's what I did, and then I added this pretty sparkly green ribbon at the bottom representing leaf. And I made pretty bows. I made pretty bows using different materials like faux leather and pretty vinyl, sparkly vinyl. And then I added this pretty bubble in the middle to accent it. And I'm giving her 3 of it. Here's another bow image I stamped off the Maggie Holmes bow stamp set. And this one is a die cut of a gable box. So I've used the Maggie Holmes Bloom paper collection to cut out the gable box that I got from Sizzix a long time ago, and so she can make several herself and use it for her future sharing. And Veronica, if you're watching, I love these. I've been using these for my projects and I love adding them, so thank you so much. And then here's another one that Veronica made me, and I'm sharing it because she knows that I will be sharing it and she knew that I would enjoy using it. Thank you so much. And I'm just, like I told you guys before, I'm sharing the 6x8 paper cut out paper pack from my Towel, sharing her the Bloom collection as well because she can't have easy access to getting those over there. So I was a bit shocked that she was, it was like me in Australia not being able to get a lot of the collections that American people get. And because I thought, being in Norway might be a bit better than my situation, but it wasn't. So I'm happy that I can share what I'm able to acquire with her. So, I think that's what's so wonderful about Happy Mail, that we get to share what each other can't get easily. I think that's such a nice way to share your happiness. And I'll just show you my book again because I really love it. And my creations one more time. I hope you guys got some inspiration from what I've made. And if you haven't tried making any of these, give it a go. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thank you for all your support. And thank you for subscribing. Every subscription I get, subscribers I get, I'm like shocked. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful crafty day. Bye, everyone.